On this episode of Unclipped, we are in Chicago, home of the 2018 NBA Draft Lottery, and our LA Clippers are here to make a statement.
There's a lot of excitement. There's hope. Obviously, typically the odds say the higher you pick in the draft, the better the chance of getting a player of a starter type quality, a top starter. But I think regardless of where you pick, there's great optimism.
We're in the beautiful city of Chicago. We're here for the NBA pre-draft camp. The first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, are the G League mini camp where they take some of the top G League prospects and we'll evaluate them playing against each other. Then tomorrow night is a great deal of excitement for all Clipper fans. We're here for the NBA Lottery Show.
Tonight is just one of those special nights that everyone will have some kind of souvenir with them. Fans will give them something to bring. It's my good luck charm. I don't know if that makes any difference, but I think all of us have our little superstition, and so do I.
For an organization that won 42 games and just barely missed out on the playoffs, I think what they do this summer, potentially with those picks, is going to vault them into that next level. It might not happen next year, but the work they do this summer, I think, will be responsible for not if, but when they win the championship. It'll be the groundwork that's laid this summer that helps get it done.
As the sun begins to set, the anticipation begins to rise. The outcome of tonight's lottery will give the LA Clippers the opportunity they are looking for.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft Lottery 2018 presented by State Farm.
There will be players that will be drafted very high that may not produce very much. It happens every year in the draft, and there might be someone way down the draft that turns out to be a great player, a player who can play a role for a team for 10 years. Those are the kind of players you want. You want players you can keep past their rookie contract. And this is what we have to do. We have to grow our own players and to make sure they fit the qualifications we have.
The moment we've all been waiting for, under escort by NBA Senior Vice President and Chief Security Officer Jerome Pickett. Here's the only person in the ballroom who knows the results, Darrington Hobson from the accounting firm of Ernst & Young, who is delivering the sealed envelopes to the stage.
Pick number 14 will be made by the Denver Nuggets. The 13th pick belongs to the LA Clippers.
And the Clippers won 42 games for their 7th straight winning season.
Picking 12th will be the LA Clippers.
This pick goes to the Clippers since the Pistons pick was not in the top 3.
When you pick 12 or 13, it's always, okay, will you get the next Donovan Mitchell? Will you get the next Kawhi Leonard? Will you get the next Greek Freak? The reason you remember those guys is they're the outliers, they're the aberrations. Not that you can't get a star there, because there have been stars picked later. What you try to do, you try to stick to what your Clipper characteristics are, and you have to be true to who you are.
We're not disappointed. We get 2 of the top 14 picks in the draft. We're hopeful that we can do a great job and try to find 2 players that will satisfy our need and make a significant difference in our efforts to get better.
What's up, Clipper Nation, and welcome to the LA Clippers 2018 NBA Draft Recap Show. My name is Frenchie, and we are here at Clippers Draft Headquarters right here at the training facility in Playa Vista. Now, it has been a long night for the Clippers as the organization looks to take huge steps to a successful 2018-19 season. Earlier today, the Clippers acquired Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jerome Robertson, and these two players are considered to be a great addition to the roster. During this show, we'll be giving you exclusive access and interviews from the draft in Brooklyn and, of course, here in LA. But first, let's take a look at how the Clippers staff have been preparing this last month leading till tonight.
With locking down the 12th and 13th pick in this year's NBA Draft Lottery, the LA Clippers are looking to make their next moves, their best moves.
This is a really exciting time for us because we're getting to kind of reshape the culture. We want to make sure the players we bring in are a reflection of who we say we are. We're a hard-playing, gritty, tough team. At the player's core, is he high character? Is he very competitive? Is he mentally and physically tough? Does he have a high IQ? Is he a great teammate? If he checks all those boxes, to us, we feel really, really comfortable bringing someone like that.
If you go through basketball today, there's probably maybe 4 or 5 superstars. They play the game at a completely different level, and some of them haven't come from the top picks in the draft. But they're easily identifiable, and particularly if you have one on your side. And we're hopeful that we can get a couple of players that will be really good, and we have some good pieces already. And then the following year, obviously, we're in great shape to be able to talk to any kind of free agent we want to. So we have a lot more flexibility now going forward.
The NBA Combine in Chicago gave the Clippers coaching staff the chance to take an up-close and personal look at some of the top prospects.
The Combine boils down to 60 players that each team has given feedback. 95% of the players will at least do the physical measurements. So the physical measurements come down to literally they measure you with no shoes, they measure your wingspan, then they'll do some athletic testing, vertical with no step, vertical with 1 step, they'll do the shuttle run, they'll do lateral slides.
It's been amazing. Not too many people can say they got the opportunity to be in the Combine, and I feel like a little kid, like I'm in Disneyland. This is a dream come true. I've been thinking about this my entire life, and it's a blessing, honestly.
As a point guard, the IQ never goes away. That's one thing. You see the game a lot differently than a lot of other players see it, and I feel like I still have it even in my workouts. I'm playing at the point, playing off ball, just being able to do everything and be a complete basketball player is something that I really take pride in. So.
Look, the way the NBA is trending, you want to have a roster that looks more like Milwaukee's or Boston. You don't want the plodding big man anymore. You want a lot of 6'6" to 6'8" wing players that can switch positions. Those are the type of players the Clippers are looking for.
Someone that can grow as a player, someone that can be developed, someone that's a good teammate, someone that's mindful. I mean, the list goes on, but they really want a talent.
Following the last day of the Combine, the prospects travel all over the U.S. to conduct player workouts for the majority of NBA teams.
This is a job audition. Like, y'all trying to get jobs, and I know a lot of you guys have been in different places, different workouts. One rule we have here is respect. Right? That's Doc Rivers' rule. We don't have a big rule book. One word he says, respect. Again, this is next stage of your life. All right? I mean, this is what you worked all your life for to get to this point here. All right? So we're glad you're here. We're going to work hard for you. Do the same. All right? Let's go, Pete. Let's go. Go. Clippers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, it's amazing to see how much work and preparation the Clippers have put into this one night. Now, earlier today, I got a chance to speak to one of the masterminds behind the Clippers draft process and get his take on how things went tonight.
We want highly competitive players who are tough with a high IQ, and they are over themselves. They're selfless, and they're great teammates. Both Shai and Jerome, that's who they are. They didn't just learn that. It's part of their fabric. It's part of their DNA. We put a huge, huge value on those quote-unquote immeasurables, right? Everyone can see how tall they are, how much they weigh, their wingspan, what many times you can't do unless you have the resources that Steve's going to allow us to have. What's going on here? What's going on here? Because a lot of times that's going to determine what your success is both on and off the court. Yeah, I would say both share a couple common qualities, one of which is it's the guy that's been constantly told, like on each turn, like, not quite sure you're good enough. And then in each turn, not only do they show they're good enough, they showed they were the best at what they did at that level. For us, we know where we want to go, okay? We want to build a really good team for a really long time. We want to be competitive, but yet we still have this flexibility going forward. And we're in a really, really, like, you think about unique ground. Sometimes teams need to bottom out. We're still in a process, if we can stay healthy, where we feel that we're going to be competing, you know, with the best teams, and yet our future is so bright going forward with our opportunity to continue to add to the team. And I just think it's so important to have guys like Shea and Jerome as foundation pieces to help grow this as we go forward.
It is so great to see the Clippers ship being navigated exactly where we want it to go. And it all begins with finding individuals who are not only great basketball players, but also have high character. Now, we'll get a chance to hear from those players in a bit, but first, let's take a look at how all the draft prospects got a chance to help out the local community at Wednesday's NBA Care event.
It's Trae Young here at NBA Cares.
What's up, man? It's Miles Bridges. It's DeAndre in here having a great time at the NBA event. Fun, exciting time being out here with the kids and giving back. Just trying to give these kids insight, man, and just having fun at the same time. It's great.
I've been taught and raised, I don't do it for myself, I do it for others. Anytime you have the opportunity to give back, just based off of what you love to do. I mean, it's awesome, so I enjoy this a lot.
Let's go, bro. Anybody watching me knows I'm just going crazy. I'm in more of the drills than the kids, so I need to settle down, you know, relax. Like, it's good you guys are having fun. That's the biggest part about, you know, playing basketball. If you're not having fun, then there's nothing to play.
My favorite player was Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul. Those are my favorite players growing up. So hopefully one day these kids will look at me the same way.
Well, NBA on 3, NBA on 3, 1, 2, 3, NBA!
It is so great to get a look at who these guys are on and off the court. But enough of that. Let's meet our new Clippers. Right after the picks were selected, we got a chance to sit down with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander about joining the Clippers family.
I'm really excited. Have one of the best fan bases in the world. Also, I feel like they're in need for what I bring to the table, and I think I'll be a really good fit for them. It's a great feeling. Getting drafted to the NBA first is the best feeling in the world. Being able to play the basketball, the game that I love for a living. And then on top of that, getting to go to the organization that you think you fit really well with and want to play for is another good feeling. It's really the ultimate feeling. It doesn't get no better than this. That they're going to get a really hard worker and a guy who's willing to do whatever it takes to get my team a W.
All I know is I cannot wait to see him on the court this fall. Now, there are a lot of people that help make a draft pick, and a part of that process is coaching up the prospects to see who exactly fits the Clippers mold. Now, our very own director of player programs, Dee Brown, ran all the player workouts prior to tonight, and we got a chance to mic him up.
To the elbow, get to the elbow, passer, on time, on target. Get somewhere, get somewhere, get somewhere. There it is, that's what I want. Good, you got 8 seconds to get the ball to half court. Come on, come on, come on, move. Good, beat him, cut him off, good. Good, get down the middle. Go, good, get there, now. One more time, let's go, one more time, let's go. Good, come on, get a stop block, let's go. Keep your momentum going, all right? As soon as you stop it, then you gotta try to start over again, all right? Especially shoot from range. Go ahead and come off of it and go and elevate on it. Okay?
Whew. Just watching that made me tired. Thanks so much, Dee Brown, for letting us hang out with you. Right now, let's hear from our second draft pick, Jerome Robertson, as he stepped off the stage in Brooklyn.
Clipper Nation, man, I'm so excited to be with you guys. I'm ready to get after it, you know, be there. I want to be there tomorrow. I mean, this feeling's unreal, and to be in LA and be with you guys is unbelievable. I've been living in LA the past 2 summers, and it's one of the most beautiful places ever, man. It's unbelievable. The West Coast is awesome. You know, and especially being in LA, being in California is unbelievable. And I mean, I'm so excited just to be back over there. I mean, this process has been a long road, you know, coming over a sprained wrist and, you know, hitting my workouts late and just trying to prove the player that I am and prove that, you know, that I have this value as a lottery pick. It's a dream come true, and to finally hear my name called at the 13th pick and be a Clipper is unbelievable. Phone call with Doc was, you know, very exciting. And, you know, it's just amazing to be able to hear the excitement in his voice that, you know, I was picked as a Clipper. And, you know, the first thing he said was, I hope you're ready to get after it, because, you know, he's he's very excited for me to be a player with him, and I'm very excited to have him as my coach. I mean, it's an unbelievable match, I feel.
All right, Clipper Nation, that does it for me here in Los Angeles. A special thank you to the front office for showing us how the process comes together and how the team is always moving to winning an NBA title. Now, fans, just as a reminder, the new LA Clippers make their way to Los Angeles on Monday, so be sure to stay up to date with Clippers.com and all of our social media platforms for more coverage.